Thriston Lawrence has confirmed he will defend his Investec South Africa Open title as he returns to the Blair Atholl Golf estate from 30 November to December 3rd. Now, this year's edition aims to give all South Africans an unforgettable experience at the country's most historic tournament. Lawrence will be joined by a Quality Sunshine Tour and DP World Tour course sanctioned field, already including former Investec South African Open champions Christian Holt, Daniel van Tonner and Brendan Stone, as well as Dean Burmester, Eric van Rooyen and Charles Swartzel. Now, one of the contenders, Dylan Naidoo, a member of the Sunshine Tour's Papua Segulam Plus for historically disadvantaged professionals, joins us now to talk to us and look ahead to this. Dylan, good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Before we talk and look ahead to the Investec at the end of the month, just tell me about being part of the Sunshine Tour, Papua Segulam, home for professionals, rather. How has that been, and just being part of that?
It's been a really positive development for my career. I think golf is a sport that doesn't quite have the access of some of the other sports in South Africa. And to have a group of professionals who have been given some opportunities to make that happen for themselves have been very, very important for me in my career.
And how has it been? I mean, I know that it's not an easy sport to make your way into, and you're relatively still very young in the golf, the game itself. How has it been so far?
It's been great. I've been a professional for 4 years now, and I've started to play some really good golf in the last few years. I won my maiden victory on the Sunshine Tour last year, and have been able to venture out of South Africa. I had my Corn Ferry card in America last year, and this year I was playing a little bit in Europe as well. So it's been a really positive experience for me, and I'm hoping to take it one step further in the next few tournaments.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, as you had in my introduction, I'm talking about the big field, quite an experienced array of stars that will be lining up for the Investec. How tough do you think this field is, the level of competition that you're going to face?
It's extremely high. You have guys who are capable of winning major championships. It's the South African group is really, really strong, and we always support our South African events, especially the South African Open, which holds a very special place in all of our hearts. It's the second oldest event in all of golf, and it's a fantastic opportunity for all of us to showcase our games.
And looking at that field, I mean, and you have some of the previous winners. How much of a challenge do you think that will be for somebody like you, who is relatively young, as you said, only 4 years in the game professionally?
I think it's a great opportunity. You always want to test yourself against the best. That's why we play this game, to beat the best. And for me to have this opportunity is exciting. I've played, I think, 4 or 5 now South African Opens in the past, so I feel a little bit more comfortable. I know the guys who I'm playing against. I know the level that it takes to perform, and I'm looking forward to it. So, whatever happens, I can only play the best that I can play.
Let's talk about Blair Atholl Golf, an equestrian estate designed by Gary Player. Spectacular from somebody looking on the outside, but for a golfer's perspective, what do you expect from the course?
Yeah, it's a really, really great golf course. It's probably one of the longest courses in the world. I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd longest in the world, actually, from the back championship tees where we'll play. It really suits the guys who hit it a bit longer. It's a tournament that I've kind of earmarked all throughout the year, when I'm doing my gym routines and trying to get stronger and faster. It's a tournament that I always think of as, I'll get the advantage there if I can just put that little bit of extra work in. So it's a tournament that the golf course itself really lends itself to the long hitters, but you have to be really precise with some of your longer irons and into some of the par 4s too. It's a great test of golf.
And I mean, it's hosting for the second time, so clearly the golfers and I guess the organizers love Blair Atholl, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. For us as professional golfers, the facilities around the course also, the driving range, the putting greens, the short game area, it's really awesome, and obviously it's in perfect condition, so it's a treat to play there.
And I mean, there's also the off-course activities that are part of the event, which I guess is gearing up to encourage more people to be part of the game. Do you see that helping bringing more people to come and watch the game itself and enjoy the spectacle that will be on display in those 3 days?
Definitely, it's a really great opportunity for young kids, teenagers, especially on the weekend. It's a great family atmosphere to come out and introduce your youngsters and even older people to the game of golf and to see, the best of the best and how they do it. It's really an inspiring opportunity for guys to really get into the game of golf. And I hope more people will come in person to come watch.
Tell me about the third hole. I understand there's going to be some spectacle on the third hole, and if you get your hole in one there, you could be $1 million richer. Do you fancy yourself?
Yeah, it's a beautiful hole. It's kind of in the tree line in the forestry of Blair Atholl, and it's green over water. I think it's modeled after one of the holes at Augusta National where they play the Masters, and it's a stunning hole. And if you hit it perfectly, it'd be great to get out in one.
Do you fancy your chance?
I mean, it's the odds of it happening are so slim. You're trying to hit a good shot, and if it goes in, it's a massive bonus.
You said that. I mean, just looking at the next couple of events. I mean, as we come to the end of the year, as things stand, what will you be looking at in terms of just enhancing your game? Any other tournaments that you're looking at?
Yeah, so we've got these 4 events in South Africa in a row. It's kind of the pinnacle of South African golf. Last week was the Nedbank Golf Challenge, and then you've got the South African Open next week, and 3 other. You've got the Joburg Open not next week, the following week, and then the SA Open, the Alfred Daniel, and then the Mauritius Open after that. So it's a great stretch of golf for us in South Africa, and it's a very important one for us professionals.
All right, Dylan, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for coming through, and the best of luck at the Investec SA Open. Dylan Naidoo talking to us there about the Investec and quite a fantastic field that will be lining up at that weekend.